Your boy doesn't know the meaning of give up. Yeah, we're done. Another year in the books. We are walking to Washington, D.C.'s Union Station. There's the Heritage Foundation on my right. And we are going to New York, taking the Acela to go and do the Tunnel to Towers 5K on Sunday. We've raised nearly $16,000 for them this year. If you want to contribute, the URL is runsignup.com/Raheem. I'll put it in the caption. There's no more National Guard outside Union Station, which is sad if you ask me. There are still 2 tent loads of protesters. Oh, they've got some sort of third world market going on in here now. I don't know if it's third world market, but it doesn't look very appealing. Getting on the Acela. It's noon on a Saturday. I haven't eaten since probably yesterday lunchtime was the last time I had anything of any substance. And that McDonald's down there is starting to look pretty attractive. Let's see what they've got in the lounge for me. I am a Acela Gold member or something or the other. Select Plus, I think it is. So I get to go into this janky, I will call it, a little excuse for a lounge that they have here at Union Station. You know what though? You can't complain. Hello. How you doing? All right, we're in. You can see this lounge. Coffees and drinks and snacks. That's about it. Then you just got seating. We're in the quiet car, so I have to be quiet. Whispers only.
Again, this is downtown North New Jersey,
And we've made it. Welcome back to Moynihan Train Hall, where I spend an inordinate amount of time. For somebody who doesn't live here, but very nice station, recently rebuilt. It's in the old, what was this, the old post office or something? Beautiful skylight, wonderful lounge up there. Let's go get a cab, pick up our run packet. You free? Hey brother. Going to the Conrad downtown, please. Right, I'm exhausted. I barely slept last night. Just got into New York. If you follow the channel, that Friday night in DC video was actually last night for me. And if you saw how that video ended, you'll know why I'm exhausted. Barely slept. I think I got about 4 hours max. So I'm supposed to go to this Wyclef concert tonight. I just don't think I'm going to make it. I think I'm going to pick up my run packet now. And what sucks is that the streets are blocked off for the run tomorrow, so I'm having to walk to the pickup location, which is, I mean, I wouldn't say far, but not near. The good news is, it's good content for you. It's nice for you to see this as all the newly built areas, or recently, I should say, built areas around Battery Park. And it's a pretty nice Saturday afternoon, so people are out having fun, having drinks. It's pretty clean. So this is actually part of the run route tomorrow, by the way. We will all be running through here, and of course we've got Jersey City over there. This is Brookfield Place. Again, a recent, fairly recent, I should say, addition to this whole neck of the woods. Whole rejuvenation that took place here since 9/11. You can see the Freedom Tower just peeking up in there. But yeah, we'll literally be running all in here tomorrow. This is sort of the final stretch. It's where things, you know, separates the men from the boys, if such can be said in a 5K. Runners will be listening to me talking about it like it's a marathon. Like, man up, Raheem. I'm not going to go inside Brookfield Place right now. It's a nice shopping mall, is what it is. Because wow, children screaming over here. Well, at least they're playing sports outside. Welcome to the Conrad Hotel. Much older than it looks, actually. I think this was built in the early 2000s. I think it's been styled to look a little bit more recent than that. But it started to show some cracks here and there. There's a fun little bar in there. Look, I made it just for the, just in time for the champagne pop. How about that? And this is where they do the pickup for your stuff. You get your little bag, your t-shirt, your number for the run tomorrow for Tunnel to Towers. And if you don't know what Tunnel to Towers is, you should really look into it, support them. It's an excellent charity, look after veterans and the families of 9/11 victims. And they've just grown and grown and grown in recent years, to the point where I remember when all of this, only talking about 5 years ago, was just a couple of tables. And now they have all this swag and professionalization, really great stuff too. Good quality stuff, made in America stuff. Hats and hoodies, I actually have a bunch of those. Oh, I wouldn't mind one of those. And of course, all of the money that you spend here goes to helping Tunnel to Towers and its mission. Thank you. Have a good one. Cheers. So that was it. Took about 10 seconds to pick up the t-shirt and all that. I do like this, but do I need it? Do I need something to carry around? I don't know. I like it. How much is it? Well, how many? They've only got triple XL. Well, that's not going to fit me. I'm not that overweight just yet. Aha. Other sizes? XL. It's just want a large. They're all gone. Larges are gone. Simple, very easy. You can see I'm in my, what you've probably come to recognize as my traveling gear now. The Butterworth's hat. Got to always be promoting. And my Team Trump jacket, which, you know, in Manhattan is a brave choice, a bold choice. Same thing in DC as well. But I am of the view, especially after Charlie Kirk's assassination, that we need to be visible, we need to take up space, we need to be unafraid. And here I am. Butterworth's hat, Trump jacket, Tunnel to Towers bag. You know, you can't really get all that much more patriotic than that, can you? Let's go check into my hotel. So this is Vesey Street, where they do the concert immediately after the run. So all the runners will come in here. There'll be lots of stands giving out hot dogs and burgers and bananas, and there'll be a band playing on the stage. And I decided to sort of shortcut through Vesey Street here, and perhaps even a little bit through Brookfield Place so you can see it. The things I do for you, eh? Make sure that you are liking and subscribing for the things I do for you. So this is Brookfield Place. We looked at it from the other side a minute ago, through the doors and through the doors at the back. We'll just give you a sort of little peek, little idea of what goes on down here. see all the capitalism at work here. And you can get the general idea. Shops up there as well, second floor up there. J. Crew, Warby Parker, Madewell, decent brands. And then when you come through this way, it goes a little further up market. You're greeted immediately by Ferragamo around this corner. It's not a small space, there's lots of people here today. And lots of people with Tunnel to Towers bags. Just like me. Tunnel to Towers bag. So you got a little food court up there. I mean, this is pretty cool, huh? Sort of like a conservatory, almost like a, but what do they call it? Like a botanic garden type of vibe. Louis Vuitton, Nike. Don't know how luxury Nike is, but I'm sure they're charging far too much for their cheap Chinese-made product. Won't catch me in there. Won't catch me in there either. Tory Burch, Bottega Veneta, Zegna, St Ambrose. So what happens here is you have a choice. I could go outside, and you could see I would walk past the Freedom Tower, which is this building right here is the bottom of the Freedom Tower. But we're not going to do that. We're going to do something more fun than that. And you'll see the Freedom Tower as we go down. It will emerge as we go down. You see? You don't quite ever see the top of it there. But we're going down here. Now, what is down here, you might ask? And aren't you supposed to be checking into your hotel? Well, funnily enough, this also acts as a, I mean, you might say shortcut. It's probably about the same between both different directions, but this is underground rather than walking along the street. And what this is part of the World Trade Center complex. But this is effectively another different shopping mall, this one run by Westfield. So, you know, behind me you had Brookfield Place. That's its own standing thing. Now you've got this sort of, you know, modernist long tunnel here, and off to the side, Neuhaus, Häagen-Dazs, very, very Germanic over here. Devon and Blakely, all just little things for commuters. In the day, in the mornings and the evenings, on a weekday, this would be packed with commuters, taking the train, passing through, because there is actually a major train hub right in front of us on this level. And here it is, your train station. You will, I mean, if you're a New Yorker, you probably just hop that gate. No, I'm kidding. If you're a degenerate New Yorker, you'll hop those gates. But we're not going on the train. We're continuing straight. We're just passing by this little station here for the path. It's called the Path. Trains to New Jersey is what it is. Well, I don't need to go to New Jersey. I need to go to my hotel. And the only way there, the only way out is through. Through the Oculus. And as I'm walking you through here, I'm just reminding myself of the fact that one of my favorite bars in all the world is just a few blocks away, and I hadn't even thought about going there until right now. Well, I'm not going to go there right now, but what I might do is, once I've had a bit of a rest and not gone to the Wyclef concert, I may check in at one of my favorite bars in the world, and that bar is called Manhattan. It's just Manhattan without the N. And the reason I like it so much, and they're magnificent views, great food, but they have one cocktail in particular, the Irish Cape, which just knocks my socks off every time. Guinness reduction, coconut whiskey, chicory root, ube, and it's served warm. And it's so freaking good. But this is the Oculus. And we have to find our way up there and out. Good shops in here, Breitling, Longines, Hugo Boss, etc., etc. Okay, we made it up. Now let's make it out. It is sort of tourist central around here, and not that I am any longer resident in New York, but I'm certainly not a tourist. And it gets a bit much sometimes. All right. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people out today. A lot of people out. I spend a lot of time down here. Well, I say a lot considering the fact that I don't live here. It's a lot. I'm here every couple of months. Sometimes it's to see friends, sometimes it's for work, sometimes it's for charity work for things like this, sometimes it's just because I fancy going to Manhattan and having an Irish cafe. I know this is not sponsored by Manhattan, but there is the Freedom Tower, there is the 9/11 Memorial Museum, and just past it you can see there, just past it, the big giant fountains. So if you haven't been, of course these are the memorial pools that were built on Ground Zero after 9/11, and you know, it was having been up in the Trade Center in September 2000 as a kid really, and watching the tragedy unfold on national and international television, and then coming here in person was what really got me to feel like I wanted to do something and get involved with a charity like Tunnel to Towers. But this is one of the two pools, and you see the names of victims etched into the sides here, engraved. And you'll often see floral tributes, flag tributes, because a lot of these people, you know, left behind relatives now who are, of course, 25 years more senior, almost, and how they must miss the people that they lost. Is a genuinely moving. I don't know if you can really get a scale of this thing on film, but it's massive. You know, think about the footprint of the Twin Towers each. You will occasionally get people who sort of don't understand. You know, they might be foreign. They don't quite understand. They might be young. The solemnity of it around here, and they'll sort of have fun and take pictures, and that's what gentlemen like this are for. Stewards, to kind of remind people the do's and don'ts of the hallowed ground here. And there's, you know, now so much history that has enveloped this place. This fire station right here was obviously, I mean, the number of people that they must have lost. And you'll see tomorrow during the run all the firemen who come from all over the world, in fact, to run here. Engine company number 10, ladder company number 10. And so let's look at some of these plaques here and memorials at the side of the fire station. New York City Fire Department members who made the supreme sacrifice in the performance of duty at the World Trade Center on September the 11th, 2001. And it shows you all of the people from this department who were lost, killed. So, of course, you can understand there's a lot of memorial plaques here. This one being one of my favorites, I guess you would say. if such a thing can be said. But I think the detail of it, the hard work that's gone into it, the commitment to it, the longevity of it. This big mural on the side of the fire station. And you've got some things around here: club quarters, hotel, Marriott hotel, Morton's in there. And then this is this is an Indian place called Mughlai. It's pretty good actually. And then this is O'Hara's, which is where everyone comes after the run. And hangs out, and these streets will be genuinely packed. Probably tonight and tomorrow, in fact. I made the mistake last year of sinking 8 pints and staying up until midnight and then getting up at 6 a.m. to do the run. Big mistake. I don't intend to replicate it this year, but at least last year I had some training that I put into it. This year, not so much. Let's check in. I always stay here. It's not the greatest hotel, but I always stay here just so that after O'Hara's tomorrow night I can just come around the corner and collapse into bed. Well, good morning. It's morning of the run here in Manhattan. And I have my Charlie Coke Freedom t-shirt on. I definitely look and feel a mess. And right now we head to the water taxi to take us over to Brooklyn. I hope they're still available. I'm running a bit late actually. There's Wall Street, Stock Exchange, I suppose Broad Street, and the little girl looking up at it. So yeah, just as always, you got to take those waterway taxis, and there is always a massive line. Last year, the line went all the way back to the Staten Island ferry terminal. I'm hoping it won't be that long this year because I've shown up a little bit later, and they're supposed to close the entrance to the line in 6 minutes. So we have to join the line within 6 minutes, and there's no way I'm getting all the way down to the ferry terminal in 6 minutes. So let's hope we make it. Yep, the line stretches back to the Staten Island ferry. I do think they have to, and then we have to go all the way back up the river. I do think they have to do something about this because I've already walked about 2.5 kilometers before even starting the 5K. It's fine for me, but what about some of the old timers? Usually I'd have a Celsius or an energy drink or something. Not because you really need it for a 5K, but more because I'm not used to being awake this early. But I didn't have one, so today I've got a good old-fashioned Cadbury chocolate bar, a double-decker from England. So we're loaded onto the boat. Last year again it was extremely rainy and cold, so I'm delighted that the sun is out. Not a big boat person, not a big water person honestly, but it's alright. Sun's out, we'll live with it. So it's not clear why, but this year, I'll get to the bottom of it, but this year they had security checkpoints, which they've never had before. I don't know if this is part of a city thing or a threat thing, we'll get to the bottom of it, but what it means is that people were penned in for about 4 hours in that IKEA parking lot. And to say that people are upset and annoyed, I mean, it's scorching hot. There's very little water around, very few toilets. And so now finally, after about 4 hours, we're getting to the start line.
Give us something, give us something.
Here we have the church here, just voluntarily giving out water to participants. We're still not at the start line yet. I've never seen it like this. There must have been some reason to put such extra levels of security in here, but my goodness. All right, as we approach the start line here, it does occur to me also that these extra security measures may well be a trial run for next year, given that next year will be the 25th anniversary, a higher profile target of 9/11. Yeah, maybe this is they're doing a dry run to see if it works and how they can improve it rather than trying this next year, because 25th anniversary, there's going to be a lot more people. A lot more people are going to come out for it, going to make a lot more noise about it, and it makes it a higher target. So maybe, I don't know, like I say, we'll find out, but floating some theories while I'm still waiting to get to the finish line, the start line. Very close now. And here is our start line. They've staggered a lot of people, so you know there have been waves before us already, and we're just waiting for our turn now. Okay, start line's behind us, but because we're so bunched up, you can't run yet. And if you are trying to get a good time, it's not good. Excuse me. I'm going to try and work my way through here and get a little jog in. There we go. Got some open road. And this is where we enter the Hugh L. Carey Tunnel. This is where Stephen Siller and so many of the people who perished on 9/11 walked toward the fire, grabbed their gear, went back through this tunnel, all the firemen with the gears on their back, and tried to help people. And there are just thousands of people in this tunnel now. It's the hardest part. It gets so hot and people weave in and out. Alright, still in the tunnel. Coming up to the part now where it stops being downhill into the tunnel, starts being uphill out of the tunnel. You can imagine how much fun that is. We hit a little bit of a roadblock here as people slow down going uphill in the tunnel. I'm really starting to sweat last night's Guinness off now. It's about this time in the run, and just over halfway through the tunnel, you start to feel a bit cocky. You're like, yeah, fine, no problem. Until you realise you've got another 1.5 miles on the other side of the tunnel. Sweaty in here, humid, gross. People are starting to walk and give up, but your boy doesn't know the meaning of give up. sort of reminds you of that scene out of Independence Day. Okay, big uphill coming. Big uphill coming. All right, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And there's noisy boys behind me. Once we get out of the tunnel, I'm going to walk a little bit so I can show you what you're looking at when you come out of the tunnel. Also, so I can walk a little bit. But it's not easy. People think it's easy. There are people in far better shape than me who are struggling. It's the heat, it's the closeness, it's the humidity, it's the uphill nature of it. You can't just rock up here. Hey, you can rock up and walk. Getting chased over here. All right, we're out of the tunnel. And now when you come out, you have all of these policemen, firefighters, holding banners of the people who gave their lives. And it's always so moving, no matter how much you do it. Younger men, better shape than me, going up this hill. And then of course you've got spectators on the bridge, the World Trade Center in the distance, and everyone's stripping off now. Because there's a breeze outside, but it's still hot. It's still in the 80s. A little bit of shade under the bridge here. Some water stations if you fancy it. Some bagpipers. And just more and more these moving portraits. They say to you when you get to this part, they always say, go on, you're almost there. You're not really almost there. It's probably another mile to go. And the pipers have just started playing. So you've got to start weaving in between people here. And now you come up at the World Trade Center. Freedom Tower. To match my shirt. Or Charlie's shirt. But yeah, we're back at Brookfield Place, where we were yesterday. And it wasn't the run route yesterday. It was the children screaming at me route yesterday. And here we've hit a bottleneck, so we have to / get to walk again. But just so many people doing this now. Back when they started it in 2002, there was, I don't know, 1,500 people I think that were doing it. And now there's about 30,000 plus. So you can appreciate how the narrow streets of Manhattan struggle to deal with it. And we're off again. It's about 1,500 feet to the finish line here, so stick with me. We'll get there together. We'll push in the very last stretch. I'm not wearing a time chip this year because I knew I wouldn't get a good time. I didn't want to put that in. They're all public. I didn't want people to see. I probably timed at about 45 minutes this year, whereas previously, last year I did 30. My idea is to get under 30. I've also never done it without headphones, and I've never done it while talking the whole way. So, you know, you've heard all my excuses today. That's where we are. Oh, I can smell the cheeseburgers. All right, that means we speed up. Speed up towards the cheeseburgers. Come on. We've earned it. We have almost there. We turn this corner and you'll see the finish line. Stay with me. Like and subscribe and comment. If I have to go through this, so do you. At least you don't have to run it. Here we go. Finish line. Yeah, we're done. Another year in the books. Woo! Whoa.
Guys, gotta keep moving, please.
So, that's not the end of it. It's the end of the race. Just stick with me, I'll show you a lot of the after events that occur. It's cool. I'm going to stretch out a little bit. Be right back. Okay, so now we go into Vesey Street, which is, well, there's never usually security here either.
Performer of stage and film, radio.
I've got to be a bit careful here so I don't get copyright strike.
Joe Piscopo.
Joe Piscopo's going up on stage, but you know, they play all sorts of music.
It's great being here.
So I don't want YouTube to pull the video down because of the copyright.
There's actual food.
Infringement.
Some special guests today.
But yeah, so this is Vesey Street. You see how busy it is. Basically like street market, people grabbing
for every single
electrolyte tablets,
first responders,
energy drinks,
Gold Star
water.
families, catastrophically
And what's amazing
injured.
about Vesey
I am
Street
so proud
is
to be here, Mr. Siller. Thank you for
it's
this honor. God
spotless.
bless
I mean,
you
look at all
all.
this, but it's
and from New York,
spotless
New York, forget
within about
about
a couple of hours after they've finished being here.
it. What a spectacular day we have had, and thank you for joining us for our 24th annual Tunnelton Towers
Excuse me.
5K run and walk.
My God, I
Let's hear
can't.
for the Benny
This is
Havens band.
one of my biggest bugbears in my life is when people just sort of
Hey, soon we'll
stand in the middle of a walkway.
Superstar Chris Jansen to the stage. Let's hear it for Chris.
I'm going to walk you right up as far close as I can get to the stage,
Chris Kelly and all the crew, we thank them all for being
and then
here with us today.
double back and get myself some of these burgers
Entire team.
and a water. I haven't even had a water yet. I like some electrolytes actually.
They are why we do what we do every single day.
Yeah, so often you'll get Mayor Rudy Giuliani up there. He's been involved, I think, pretty much since day one.
1,700 mortgage-free homes for our In the Line of Duty program, and we'll have provided housing.
So yeah, as you can see, it's the whole street, full takeover.
17,500 veterans.
I don't even know how close to the stage I'm going to be able to
We want to
get.
thank each and every one of you for being here and for your continued support. The foundation is able to help our military first responders and their families because of
Yeah, I mean,
you.
everybody is
Guiding principle comes from
exhausted
St.
and
Francis
refueling and not looking where they're going or what they're doing.
Do good. Look at all this good we're doing
They're all
together
bumping into
here
each
today.
other here now.
I want to thank all of the foundation
We can go around here.
sponsors and donors.
The other thing
Presenting
that you might not be aware of is that
Fox News,
just how many foreigners come in for this.
Home Depot.
You'll see lots of flags from all over the world, especially British flags. There's always a big British contingent of firemen, we call them. I guess you call them firefighters.
Thank you to the New
Sort of
York
makes more
Police
sense. They fight the fire, they're not on fire.
NYPD. The Fire Department, FD,
Here we are,
NY.
pretty much close as I can get to the stage
Port
here.
Authority, PAPD,
Joe
TVTA,
Piscopo.
NYPD Counterterrorism. Battery Park City and Community Board 1, all of the businesses here. Hey, Brookfield Properties, Elvez, Del Fresco's, and Seymour's. And thank you to all the amazing hotels for their hospitality and all they do to make this weekend possible. How about the
So you got Dave Portnoy up on stage now. He's a supporter of the foundation. I can't say I'm a supporter of his.
They just give you a
But the lines for burgers and stuff are just extraordinary. I'm almost tempted to just go somewhere and buy something for lunch rather than line up for about 20 minutes. They got ribs as well, though. Might be worth waiting for. But again, you know, look what
and their families as a Tunnelton
look what's
Towers
going on here.
ambassador.
Just
Please
people
welcome
grab something and they'll just stand still. I hate it. I hate it. I'm gonna get in real trouble one day Got some water
never
for
thought I was gonna get a
You get in real trouble one day
entry to anything, so that's something.
pushing somebody out of the way. I mean, just grab it and move on.
Going back?
Someone's angry. Me. Yeah, this is absolutely mad. I'm not standing in those lines for things. I'm gonna go somewhere and get some lunch myself. They're gonna need to expand the space that they're using here. I mean, it's. I've never seen it so packed. They can't have 30,000. There's got to be more like 40, 45,000 participants this year. Because 30,000, you could still move. 30,000, there was still stuff left. There's nothing left. No electrolytes, no nothing. Bananas, nothing. All gone. Greedy buggers. Everyone's standing still again. It's like when people just sort of, they don't know what they're doing, so they just freeze on the spot.
Yeah, like a little.
And here, so one of the things I've always found interesting, I've never done it, but some people choose to get a little sports massage here.
Behind the stage is the medics.
And they sit there and wait for some physical therapy, chiropractic care, all sorts of stuff going on there. But yeah, I can't be I mean, I'm standing up since 7 a.m. They'll have the procession out here soon as well. Don't know if I'll make that, but that was it. That was the Tunnel to Towers run, and this is the Freedom Tower right here. And yeah, there's still plenty of time to give. Go to runsignup.com/Raheem, or just go to the Tunnel to Towers website. I don't just raise money for them. At the time of making this video, we've raised $18,000 this year. We did, I think, almost 30 last year. We did over 30 the year before that. And then I'm also a regular monthly donor myself. So I don't just ask other people. Sorry, people standing in the way again. Don't just ask other people to give. I put my money where my mouth is and where my legs are. More to the point. So do that if you can. That's pretty much all from me. Now, what did I tell you about O'Hara's today? Packed all down the side street, packed all the way out front. It's going to be like that all day and all night long, which is super cool. And you always meet super cool and friendly people here. It's a big community, people who are involved with this charity. So everybody is friends and everybody wants to get along. Don't know if I'll stick a camera in all their faces, but might drop the old camera back at the hotel and then come back out. But yeah, that'll be a fun time. I may even grab a lunch somewhere else and then a nap and then head to ours, because I'm getting old. There was a time, in fact the current DOD press secretary will tell you that there was a time when we'd finish the run, go straight to O'Hara's, drink all day and all night long. Didn't even think about food really. But those times are behind me.